No running and gunning. This is strictly survival horror. It's kind of like a Soma meets System Shock. Let's say that. Yeah. Start a new game. Oh no. What's going on? Is my mouse not working in the game? There we go. Recruit Marine Veteran Nightmare. We're gonna play it on Marine. It's the default setting pretty much. Let's get this going. Creature, sorry I couldn't be there last night. I just wasn't home. Night times are tough for me to get onto Twitch, and I apologize for that. But hope you were able to take care of the bots. Would you mind shooting me a message when you know which Saturday on Discord? Oh yeah. It's I have no clue yet. Probably near a Halloween, like closer to Halloween, the actual day.
The Union Aerospace Corporation is the largest corporate entity in existence. Originally focused on weapon and defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and...
But I'll definitely let you and everyone know when we go back to Darksiders. I want to finish that.
Research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
So they're basically mining Mars now, I think, and we're being sent to Mars as Doom Guy. That's what this game is all about. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal make some reference to this game, but they're very obscure references that you won't know unless you actually played the game, so...
We have them on radar, sir. They'll be landing in a few moments.
Excellent. See that Counselor Swan is sent directly to me.
Yes, sir.
It's also Shout Out Friday. Halfway through the stream, we'll do some shout outs. Yeah, I'll let you know right after this cutscene. There is a reason. This is us landing on Mars at the base. It's a very dark game.
It's come to this. I didn't want to come here.
He left you no choice.
True, but this is the last time. I'm tired of running damage control every time he makes a mess.
Right. You're the control. And if that fails, I'm the damage.
If that's what it takes, the Truger is going to start doing things our way.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Okay, so here we are. We made it to Mars. The ship is just going to stand there because they're not going to let it leave yet. Yeah, so I chose this over BFG Edition for a number of reasons. BFG Edition is supposedly somewhat easier. As you can see, well, as you will see, right now we don't have it. The flashlight is always attached to your gun in BFG. So you're able to see everything. Here, it's not. So part of the strategy from the game is that you have to put your gun down and take out your flashlight. You can't use them at the same time. So I like that aspect a lot better. Another thing is the BFG edition has like some weapon changes where they try to make the weapons a little different and the way they do damage and try to equalize them a little, which I don't feel is necessary. They also put in more ammo in there, I think, and health, which, again, you know, don't really need it. There's a ton of like secret passageways and hidden containers that have ammo in them that, you know, You collect PDAs in here, you get emails, they tell you the codes to these places, you get what's in them. Simple as that. So they kind of dumbed it down a little. That's the only reason why. I mean, I could have played BFG Edition, but, you know, the other reason why is because I already own Doom 3 Vanilla. So I was like, why rebuy the game? That was the last reason. But no, really, I want to play it in non-BFG mode. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to Mars. All new arrivals need to check in at reception. If you're looking for someone to help you, just head to reception.
Just let me know if this game... It's going to be dark at times on screen, but... Let me know if the sound isn't right or anything like that. Appreciate it.
I'm getting off this rock, and you should too. If you're staying here, watch your back.
Think everything's okay. Hey Synergy, how's it going? No, you haven't missed anything. We just started. The voices are low. I think that's done on purpose, but let me check. I played it a bit when I installed it. So, I got a bit as far as the alpha labs in this, and I'll let you know when I get to the point where I haven't played, you know, past that. But this is pretty much our first playthrough. Yeah, it'll be mostly new to me. Definitely. Completely new. I only played it to test it out, and then I got really into the game. So, that's how it worked out. I can't delete these. These are old saves from when I tested out the game. We don't need them. Let's start this as 01 Doom 3. Now we know. 01 Doom is enough. Save it right there. Inexplicably hungry today. Is it cold where you are? Because that usually makes me hungry. It's been cold here. Up until now. Now the sun's hitting the house, so it's warming up. Yeah, it's going to be completely new.
You should be careful.
He's whispering too, so...
Trust no one.
That's part of the whole deal. Oh, Finger Lakes. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's definitely colder up there. We're feeling the cold here. 2 shipment bins. When you approach the interactive computer interface, your weapon, if equipped, will lower and you can use a fire button to interact with the computer. Okay, this is mainly like tutorial stuff. We can destroy the crates and stuff. I don't think we need to. Not gonna mess with it. There we are on Mars. The vanilla game looks really good, I'll say that.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This'll only take a second.
I was at the Mets game last night, and
Get this started.
we had, like, layered up, and it was still too cold. We had sweatshirts on and whatnot, and...
You're gonna need to hold still. Moving around only makes the test take longer. Alright, bioscan looks good. You're cleared for entry.
Cleared for entry. Look at that little guy.
On behalf of the UAC, welcome to Mars City. This facility serves as the central hub for all scientific research, archaeological study,
Director
and
Banks,
military
please report to
operations.
Central
Goal
Administration.
number 1 at the UAC is the safety and well-being of all employees and guests. To help achieve this goal, we ask you to follow all UAC corporate procedures at all times. This includes restricting your movement to areas for which you have clearance. Always remain alert and aware of what you and others are doing. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, or just have a...
This is your typical recruitment video.
They are here
First day of work.
no matter how large or small the problem is. Our station on Mars provides a perfect blend of work habitats, recreational facilities, and social support structures. This ensures our goal of providing a true home-away-from-home experience for everyone. Keep this in mind as you help us pursue our groundbreaking research that is destined to transform the daily lives of everyone here and throughout the solar system. If you need more
Different Dooms, but we're starting with Doom.
Resources Manager. If you are a guest, you may bring up any issue with your appointed UAC liaison. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day too. I like this. Mars Delta Labs, changing the face of Mars. That infamous Mars face photo. What do we got here? Some magazines. Remember Safety Awareness Month on Mars, and the UAC has scheduled a variety of workshops to help promote a safety for worker environment for everyone. Download now to learn about what you can do. We need our PDA for that. I'm going to take a screenshot here, if I can. I don't know if screenshots are actually working. I just want to capture this message. What else do we have here? Refueling. That's the ship out there. Okay. This little robot guy just showed up and took a nap. Oh, we have our Earthis.
Welcome to Mars. First time? You can just leave your bag there. I'll have it sent up your quarters. Okay, there's a few things we need to take care of first. This is your personal data assistant. You'll need this to access all secure areas. If you get clearance for any security zones, it'll download directly. It's important, so don't lose it. I see here that Sergeant Kelly has requested your immediate attention. Head directly to Marine Command. It's just that way. Follow the signs.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna, not to remember it, but more so to post on Twitter later. I got an idea for a post from that. Your PDA is critical to your work at the UAC. Toggle your PDA with the assigned keybind tab as default. Your PDA contains security clearance personnel emails, audio logs, video discs, video, and other important inventory and mission information. When you pick up another worker's UAC PDA, their information is downloaded directly to yours. So the cool thing is, you listen to all these audio logs, which kind of advance the story and give you like information on how to open up like locked cases and stuff and doors. But you could listen to them while you're actually out there fighting and stuff. You don't have to actually pause and listen to them. All right, we know what a PDA does pretty much. Let's look at our user emails. Director W. Banks, welcome to Mars Marine. I would like to take a brief moment of your time to welcome you to what we call home away from home. We will make every effort to make you stay here as pleasant as possible. I was going to say, like, we'll make every effort to make you stay here. And if you need something, please feel free to contact your supervisor for immediate assistance. I hope you can find the time to take advantage of some of our great staff amenities. As a reminder, we engage in technical, highly secure testing and research here. Please refrain from wandering into unauthorized areas. Any security team member will assist you if help is needed. Sincerely, Director William Banks. And then we got Sergeant Kelly. Report to Marine Command as soon as possible. Don't waste any time getting here. We're short on troops and we need you out to patrol as soon as possible. All right, that's our objective. Speak to Sergeant Kelly. All right, what else do we have here? It's a pretty good looking game for 2004.
It looks like you've got some important things to do.
Okay, this is the video disc. We'll pick that up. Just downloading the video to the PDA. Yeah, this isn't gonna be like your fast running like first person shooter. This is more like System Shock. Think of it in that way. Now we have a PDA, we could download this info. Got a new email. Safety Committee, Safety Awareness Month. Nice. I'm gonna celebrate Mars Safety Awareness Month in November. I hope you can all come and celebrate it with me.
Mars City is a smoke-free facility.
Quick to scan.
Only in designated areas.
Yeah, we don't have a card for that.
Cooperation.
It's a very quiet game, like I said. that builds the atmosphere. Music's going to be very limited.
Haven't seen you before. You must be with that new detachment coming to check on us. Is there some type of problem? I'm just trying to get my work done here.
No, no problem.
I'm here because there seems to be some very serious problems.
Oh, really? Do I need to remind you of the groundbreaking work that we're doing here?
No. But I've been authorized by the board to look at everything.
The board authorized you? The board doesn't know the first thing about science. All they want is something to make them more money, some product. Don't worry, they'll get their product.
After how many accidents? Tell me, Dr. Betruger, why are so many workers spooked, complaining, requesting transfers off Mars?
They simply can't handle life here. They're exhausted and overworked. If I had a larger, more competent staff and bigger budget, even these few accidents could have been avoided.
I'm afraid you'll get nothing more until my report is filed with the board. I will need full access, Dr. Betruger, Delta included. I won't have any difficulties doing that, will I?
Only if you get lost, Swan. Just stay out of my way. Amazing things will happen here soon. You just wait.
Amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah, so they were on the ship with us, but they seem very, very suspicious. Ooh, a monorail. Over here. I think that's going away from our objective, maybe. Suck to this guy.
Listen, buddy, you don't have clearance for this area. Move along.
Can't go there. Bathroom. That's what Doom guy looks like.
Yeah, so those suits arrived too. Weird. The UAC must be worried about something. I hear there's been more accidents in Delta.
Information terminal. Exciting volunteer positions are available now. Credit compensation offered. Alright, let's download that. Just...
Look, all I do is repair the converters when they blow, okay? That's it.
Fine. But what's overloading them so much? I mean, how much damn power do they need?
I wouldn't ask him if I was you, man. I heard Travis started poking around and he got transferred.
They're busy working. Alright, Marine Command. That's where we need to go.
Attention. Dr. Braddock, please report to Environment Management Office.
Need to report to Sergeant Kelly ASAP. He's in Command HQ.
Sergeant Kelly, where are you?
This is Delta Science Management. We would like to request another security team here in Delta.
I'm trying to reconfigure this little guy. I can't talk now.
Busy.
Don't you have some orders you need to be following?
Okay. So we picked up a video earlier. Is that anything we need to look at? Marine Command briefing?
Welcome to Mars, Marine. This briefing is designed
Alright.
to acquaint you with a few of the standard operating procedures here on the Mars post. First and foremost, chain of command. All enlisted personnel are under the command of Master Sergeant Thomas Kelly. Sergeant Kelly will assign you to a security detail headed by a security chief. Please report to your security chief for all duty-related concerns. While on duty, please stay on your assigned patrol coverage area. All PCAs have been pre-designated to provide overlapping security and maximize efficiency. All personnel must have proper authorization in assigned areas. Be sure to annotate any discrepancies on your security inspection report. Safety is integral to all operations here on Mars. Handle firearms with extreme caution. Never discharge weapons in an area that may compromise the installation's structural integrity. Remembering these procedures is paramount to your success here on Mars. Keep in mind that you represent the greatest fighting force in the galaxy, and your actions are a reflection on the Corps. Take good care, and good luck on your new assignment.
See, we're the greatest fighting force, not those guys from Halo. It's us. Doom Guy and his Marine friends. Not Master Chief. Or Chef, as I call him. Return to Marine Command. Objective complete. Wait, I didn't even go through this door even.
Took your sweet time, Marine? Now, here's the situation. Another member of the science team's gone missing. Since you're the ranking FNG, you get to find him. I want you to check out the old decommissioned comm facility. We heard he might be heading that way. The only way there is through the service passage under Mars City. I programmed this sentry to guide you to the maintenance elevator. I hope you follow the sentry better than you've followed orders so far. You pick up some gear at the security checkpoint at the bottom of the elevator. Oh, and when you find him, just bring him back. Do not hurt him. Now move out.
Don't kill him, just bring him back. Locate maintenance entrance, follow the sentry bot to the elevator that leads to the lower maintenance area. Alright, well, anything here I could get? We're all busy working. Let's get out of here. Here's a sentry bot. Yeah, you gotta really keep an eye out for PDAs and computers that you can get access to in this game. It reminds me of System Shock 2, at least.
Interested in earning more credits? Volunteer at Delta Labs today. See your service branch director for more details.
No, what? He said that he saw...
Those two are still talking. It's the bathroom.
The UAC cares about the quality of life of its employees. Please take advantage of our quality medical care services.
Ah, you could get medical insurance here. This place, I should go work there. Better than the stuff they give us at work. A current job. Locate maintenance entrance. I guess it's right below us. Restricted access. Service passage. Click to exit Mars City. To where? Guess this is right. I don't see anything else marked maintenance.
Welcome to the dungeon, Marine. Most unexciting place on Mars. I'm gonna need you to grab some armor and secure your pistol before I can pass you through security. Okay, grab your gear.
Oh, what about that other nice stuff next to it? There's like a machine gun in there, a shotgun.
Now you're ready for combat. Let me do a radio test.
I have a flashlight. Pistol.
MarsSec radio check. Excellent. Good signal. Looks like you've been assigned the decommissioned comm facility. Just follow the main passage through the underground junction and straight out. You'll have a quick evac. And what better way to see the Martian surface than to run across it? Okay, you're all set. Oh yeah, keep in mind, civilians are working down here. Don't get excited.
Your way back to the old communications building. We don't have access to the security office. Oh, hello.
Oh, haven't seen anyone new down this way in quite some time. Welcome to the dungeon, brother. Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, I think Mars is going to be pretty fun.
Hey, you're looking for the scientist, right? I'm not sure you want to find him. You see, never mind.
Why not?
Don't listen to me. Never mind what I said.
Okay.
Listen, Scotty. I've done this a million times. It's not that hard.
Why don't you crawl your fat ass down here and do it yourself?
Because I'm getting paid to make sure you do it.
Oh, a PDA. Awesome. PDAs not only update your security clearance, but may also contain codes, cabinet codes. Okay, so what is this one got for me? Grant Bastion.
This is Grant Baston, the Environmental Services Supervisor. Date is October 19th. I've been hearing an alarming number of reports on some, unexplainable things. Being on another planet and working underground has always been a little spooky, so we always have the occasional report of strange things. But what is worrying me is the fact that the number of these reports are up by a lot. People are truly frightened.
Jeez!
The rumors we're hearing about
You make a
experiments on
habit
the
of
Delta
sneaking up
complex
on people?
are not helping.
Everyone's
Power
already on
fluctuations
edge.
aren't helping at all either. Having the lights flicker constantly and losing power for several minutes at a time is scaring everyone down here. I'm doing my best to keep people in track, but we're continually short-handed. Someone's reporting in sick almost every day. I'll keep my director apprised of the situation, and will continue to log reports as I get them.
So he's basically saying people are freaking out here, something's up. Use your flashlight to illuminate dark areas using your flashlight key. I switched it to the mouse key, the right mouse button, so now I could just switch it very easily between weapon and flashlight. Otherwise you'd have to press the F key, and that's sometimes annoying. Find the key while you're looking at the monitor. Alright, I think we made it to where we need to be.
Hey, you're that new guy headed for the old comm center, right? You better hustle up, pal. This passage doesn't go all the way there. You'll have a quick...
FA, how's it going?
Hey, don't sweat it. Your suit's got plenty of oxygen.
Got plenty of oxygen, apparently. Yeah, little Doom3. Have you played this? It's a health kit right there. Obviously, we don't need it yet. Let's get this suit. Well, we have the suit, I guess. Let's go outside. I got about halfway through when this first came out. Yeah, this is the vanilla retail version, not the BFG edition, so I don't know. There's a duct tape mod. Yeah, I actually don't mind switching between the two. I heard about the duct tape mob, but I chose this over the BFG edition because I feel like it adds so much more by not being able to see everything all at once. Yeah, we're on Mars. This Doom guy's first time on the surface. What's our oxygen's depleting? Yeah, I don't mind doing it. I binded it to my right mouse key, and I put the chainsaw on the key that would have been for the flashlight, so I could just quickly switch back and forth if needed. I think it adds to a sense of dread. Another med kit. Just throw these things about.
Marine, this is Sergeant Kelly. You need to double time it down there. Search your assigned area and haul your ass back to Mars City. Out.
Okay. Communications. My mic settings? A little bit. Wait, you know what? Sorry about that. I gotta remember that Windows defaults the volume of the microphone all the time. Thank you for telling me that. Now it should sound like it needs to. Braxton, thank you for hosting. I appreciate it. Welcome. Happy Friday, guys. Now I should sound better on the mic. Probably too loud before. There we go. Yeah. It's annoying because this account that I use to stream games from, does not have admin access, and I'm gonna go back and give it admin access on this computer. But I wanted to keep it separate from all my work stuff, but I guess we'll just have to do that to make life easier. Yeah, it was a lot louder. Yeah, that wasn't my intent. Sorry. My bad. Good afternoon to you too, Braxton. Starting a little Doom 3 today. So next weekend stream I'm able to do, we're gonna finish Darksiders. I figured out, I went back after I streamed the other day, and I kind of figured out what to do in that portal puzzle.
Huh?
So.
No, no, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let...
Did it go far in it?
You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend. The devil is real. I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the volume a little after this. Yeah, this game was different than the other Dooms, so some people weren't keen on it. Oh god. The heck? Speaking of portals. Oh. Oh, he's possessed. Oh god, security's here.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We're under attack by an unknown enemy force. Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup.
Yeah, it was meant to be unbelievably dark. Turning the brightness up wasn't going to do anything. Hey Alex, how's it going? Happy Friday.
Marine HQ and await further orders.
Yeah, this Doom was like its own thing. Think of this game as like Soma meets System Shock. Basically what it is. Very slow moving, you're not running around like the earlier Dooms. Even the latter ones, like, this is not like Doom 2016 or Eternal, which has a lot of platforming. Probably save it here. Now, these lower level zombies, I'm just gonna kill them with the flashlight so that we can preserve our ammunition. Communication surface access. We need to go to surface access. Yeah, this was definitely more horror than anything else. And it is very dark. Purposely done that way. Alright, who knows what's out here?
Squad leaders give sit reps. Over.
Command HQ, this is Bravo team. We've got one Marine down, 2 wounded. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 4. We are pinned down in Avalanche.
Oh, it's already open.
HQ, this is Fire Team 2. Main power systems down in sun level. Backup and life support systems only. We've got lots of civilian casualties. It's a mess. Command HQ, attempting to secure the area.
Oh. Yeah. Flashlight bonk. Yeah, the lower level zombies, like those guys, it's best to take them out with your flashlight. This way you conserve ammo. Ammo conservation is like the biggest part of this game, more or less. Aesthetically reminds me of the Doom movies. I could see that they based the Doom movies off this. That's the latest Doom version, that a game that was out at the time. Alright. So, got a pistol, our fists, and a flashlight. Great. Survival horror, yeah. Swinging a wrench. Take this? No. Meanwhile, we're hearing people die on our comm. You can sometimes hear the enemies. I said I was going to lower the sound slightly. Let me do that. The idea is to hear for enemies in this. Yeah, this is nothing right now. Let's see if we can get up there. Some control panels can be used to operate machinery. There you go.
Warning. Filtration
All units, this is Command HQ. Report directly to Marine Headquarters and await further orders.
Yeah, we'll go to Marine Headquarters, but before we do that, let's see what else is here. Whoa! Oh, he's here. Energy processing? Yeah, I don't think so. Let's go back. Not time for us to be here. Maglite meat face, indeed. We got no choice but to go that way now. Great. Whenever you see a dark corner like this, there's either like armor in there or some item, or more than likely a monster that's going to come out at you. Couple of shots to the head should take him out. Point blank. Invalid security. Can't get in there yet. Ah. Oh. PDA. That might give us clearance. Find out. Mora, don't forget that we're starting the party early this time, 8:15. How many?
This is the audio log of Frank Delahue, engineering manager assigned to power production, dated October 18, 2145. The current operational status of the grid is 23% over nominal capacity. I've increased work shifts to 12 hours a day for all personnel to keep up with demand. The constant and increasing load from the Delta complex is causing havoc. We are going to start losing critical systems if we have the system left much longer. I request clearance to requisition parts from other departments in order to maintain our equipment. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Delta, but I'm doing all I can down here. The constant demands are bad enough, but the rumors around are making things a whole lot worse. And I gotta tell you, if things don't get better soon, all hell is gonna break loose.
All hell is breaking loose. Alright, we got some armor here at least. This is other audio log. Fire blast precautions. Eh. Serial killer only uses flashlights. Make that movie, Alex. I want to see it. So how will you handle a mix of lower enemies and higher enemies if that happens? Will you just use your gun on all of them? The idea is not to use the gun. but to, you know, use some melee with whacking lower level enemies with whatever you got, in this case the flashlight, which is pretty... I mean, 2 whacks and they're dead. For the higher level enemies, we'll just keep changing weapons. The shotgun's really good up close, and the machine gun's pretty good from far away. Those are the only guns I've used alongside the pistol in my testing of the game to get it to work on OBS. So everything else is like, I don't know what to expect. I'm overly conservative when I play survival horror, so I always end up with a ton of ammo and healing items at the end. Yeah, that's the idea here. I'm playing this basically like I would approach like a System Shock 2. Alright, that's one way to go. What's over here? Ooh, armor. Hello, we got a shotgun. Not gonna waste it on these guys. They're dead. Took some damage, but whatever. There's health. The whole point of coming down here was just to get the shotgun, I guess. I mean, some real enemies are gonna show up. BFG edition has, like, autosaves. This does too, but I think they're more frequent in the BFG edition than they are in the vanilla one. Wait, you missed something. Did I? Ah. More armor. Thank you. Medkit. Armor shard. Thanks, creature. My boomstick. 144 bullets in this. Look at all the armor. Good lord. Probably should have left the armor for when we needed it later. I think we do come back here. Not gonna waste this on you. Oh god. Now it's time to use that shotgun. The punching does not do much. Kind of weak. Well, you're better off using the mag light. Oh man. There you go. He effed me up. Here we go. We get some health here. I'll leave a little bit behind for when we come back. Yeah, we were here before. We couldn't get through here, and I think we came through there. Oh. God. Not a problem. We're playing this as a Marine, so it's basically default normal difficulty. Where is he? Where'd you come from? Oh! We're doomed. Literally. No pun intended. I didn't see him come from behind, that was the problem. You will lose life before you lose armor in this game. I don't know why the armor doesn't protect you as much, but the way it is. Always leave some on the, some health behind. You never know. Be reloading this. Oh. Hearing somebody. Commander Convergence Chamber 2, yeah. There's no map in this game too, which makes it harder. I don't know if BFG Edition has a map. To mess with this. Oh, I didn't have... That's what I get for holding the flashlight. Oh! Got him. He drop anything? I need that machine gun. He had a shotgun, I think, on him. Oh!
All units, Sergeant Kelly. I don't know what we're up against. Sensitive ID on the assailing. They're mean SOBs. You don't have a clear path back to HQ. Stock up on ammo, establish a stronghold, and keep them at bay.
Supplies. Enter combination. God, we could use supplies right about now.
This is the audio log of Frank Delahue, engineering manager assigned to power production, dated October 24th, 2145.
We have a code for this?
Reclamation problems continue to plague the main processor. 2 more valve overloads on that unit in just the past week. These overloads can destroy the valves, causing very dangerous fire, jetting up enough heat to incinerate sensitive equipment nearby. To date, we've had only 1 reported injury as a result of these valve.
You know what? I wonder if the time from the party is what this is. I've never opened this one before.
Failure code 842, and the operation terminal has proved adequate, and I recommend no changes.
42. 8:15 is when the party happens. That doesn't work. Okay, we gotta find out how a way to get in there. I think you have to back there. 2 back there. Here? A couple of magazines, sandwich probably in that bag, and a soda. Convergence Chamber 1. We just came that way. No, the health station? Yeah. To where we were before and we left the 20 health over there? Yeah. I want to kind of leave it there and space it out. For the reason that we might have to go the whole way through. Backtrack. So it's there in case I need it later on. This is the way we came in, no? Why does everything look the same? Some armor here, at least. I'll help us a little bit. There we go. Take a little bit. I'll leave the 10 in there. The idea is to kill all the enemies first, then explore. Okay, yeah, rip to shreds. No other way through here? Yeah. Just in case. I don't think we can help you. Oh, snap. Ah, I forgot to reload. Another one. Place is falling apart now.
Command HQ, this is Bravo team. We've got one man down and several wounded. We are incoming and need medical on stage in stack.
Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2. The
Oh.
monorail track is destroyed. Unable to secure safe transportation back to base. Over.
Roger that, Fire Team 2. Fall back to the nearest station and set up a system there.
Got him. Make sure this has a full stock of 8. Security office. Unlocked. In here. Oh, we get a health station. That I kind of knew was going to happen. Need help. Take 30. Security checkpoint locked. Let's open it. Entrance lockers. Crane control? Not authorized. Entrance locker 1 is locked. This is where we started the game, where the guy gave us the weapons. We could open locker 2. Or locker 1, rather. And grab what's in there. That gives us the machine gun. Yeah, so dark, right? I could turn up some of the brightness if you guys want. The health station, yeah. Yeah, we went back to the health station, the original one that we passed up. There's also one right here. Something else need to be opened here? The heck? You're fine, it's just why I quit this game. I understand. If you want to try it again, you could use the tape mod, which tapes the flashlight to your gun, so you always have at least some brightness from that. My monitor doesn't handle dark as well. This was just like blindness. Oh god, I can imagine. Uh-oh. Do we have that machine gun yet? No, we gotta get it. Pop this head off. Always make sure our weapons are loaded. We just opened this. Got it.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. Fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
Alright, now we got the machine gun. This is basically everything that we couldn't access at the beginning. That was closed. This machine gun rocks too. It's pretty solid. What else was in here that we didn't see? We set the fall back to headquarters. Let's go back. I don't mind the dark, that's why there is the brightness option, but I'd be annoyed with taking out the flashlight. Yeah, BFG Edition makes it a little easier with that, so... I'm fine with it, because I set it, it's just my right mouse button to click. I don't have to hit the keyboard for that to pop up the flashlight, and then have to switch back using one of the number buttons. I set it to the keyboard, which is probably the best thing. Oh! Where'd you come from? What's going on?
All remaining Marine units, this is Sergeant Kelly. I am unable to reach Mars City from my current position. Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
Okay, return to the command message center for status update from Sergeant Kelly. My guess is Sergeant Kelly's no longer alive, probably. Like the fact that you could hear people and things crawling through here. This is unlocked. Supply cabinet.
Hey, you! Up here, quickly!
What does this guy want?
I thought I was the only one still alive. I can't believe I found you. Something happened. I don't know what. It was like a shockwave. It passed through the entire base. People started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts. I don't know how I survived. Go for help. Please. No way. I'm staying up here. It's the only safe place.
Try to get him to come with us. That's not happening. There is this little tunnel here. I'll take us around. I also get some armor out of this. Is that it? I thought there was another exit out of here. Yeah, this way. Oh. Great, two of them. What do we pick up? Marcus Stanton. You got in your email. These morons are mix them. I've done it again. Farewell for now. Hope you would join me in the Mars City kitchen to drink tomorrow evening. That might be the party that they keep talking about. Any idea who this guy is? I think he may be the funny-looking dweeb from Alpha Labs, but I always thought his name was Alan. Are you going to go have a drink with him? I would normally, but if he's buying and other people will be there, it might be fun. He's talking about the party. I do believe in chainsaws. Yeah. Eventually we get a chainsaw, so I do believe in them.
This is Mark Stanton, Manifest Controller, currently stationed at Mars City. I'm not sure who to send this to, so I decided to send it to quite a few.
The trap.
If you're on the recipient list, please take a moment to review this report. It is quite important. I'm very concerned over the shipping procedures out here. I am the manifest controller. As such, I need to be informed of everything coming in and out of Mars City. Someone here is subverting my position and preventing me from getting data on things being shipped. This is unacceptable. Not only could this reflect poorly on my upcoming review, but this is my job and I'm tired of being out of the loop. I have no idea who keeps telling the shipping crews to allow things in and out without allowing me to produce or procure the manifest. But whoever it is, it must stop. One of the dock workers actually told me to piss off when I tried to stop one of the last containers from going straight to Delta. I immediately filed a report and will follow up with the transit manager next time I see him. End of log.
The HR department here must really love working here. No card found. We don't have a card for that. Okay. Everybody's got complaints. Another PDA right there. Oh god. That's the ACO keycard. That'll get us through that door where, like, the monsters are trying to break through, I guess. Station locked.
Command HQ, this is Specialist Wilson. My team is gone. They're all dead. I'm running blind here. What are my orders? Over.
When you realize you've forgotten someone's name, it's best just deal with the embarrassment and ask them immediately. It's so awkward to go for years pretending and then be called out on it. Yeah, I agree with that, Braxton. That happens too often. It happened with me. I never corrected the guy. And then he found out my name was something different, and he was close though, but... Hey Kaz, how's it going? Welcome. Happy Friday. Started up a little Doom, but we're gonna go back to Darksiders in the future. Found the way past those portals, I think. Ah! A reload. We just got a new PDA. It got us through the door, but... No, that was just an AOC card, so there's no data on it. You drop a gun? Yeah. Very underwhelming. Killing them all with our flashlight. Not very good at hitting them up close. Oh, another one. Only got half a head. Inhibitor. Clips and shells. Yep. The lower level zombies, we can't really waste our ammo on them.
I just don't know what to do. What are these things?
Oh, this one's on fire. Get away from him. Wow, okay. Nothing worse than half a head. Either do the whole thing or don't bother. Exactly. What's funny is the part without his... The part of his brain was missing. part of the head with the brain in it was completely missing. Goodbye. Oh, no. What? Where? Hiding over there? Oh, there's another one to our left. Come here, rich guy. There you go. Oh, this guy just dropped from the ceiling. Alright. We're low on health. This is what doesn't make sense about the zombie thing. Yeah, if they have no brain, how are they even, like, walking? God, no. Very low on health. Playing devil's advocate here. So I want to go in there. What's this? Is there a health station in here? Machine gun clip. Guy with half a head. PDA's in here. Ooh, health. Let's look at our saves. 01 Doom. Let's do 02 Doom. It auto-saves in between chapters, I think. DFG edition has like 2 auto-saves per level, I think. Boom. Hitting shift lowercase is the letters? Okay. And it's rotting corpse. How can rotting nerve ends and brains synapse transmit signals? They can't. That's the whole... You're right about that. That's the whole thing with zombies. It's not scientifically possible. Doom! Alright. Restricted access. This PDA better have, like, some info on it. Got Jordan Kennedy, thank you for sending me the audio report. I wish the news was better. My advice to you, continue to document everything you can. I appreciate you including the code in your report. So the code to that locker behind me should be in here. I hear that you're leaving Mars. I'm happy you'll be able to spend more time with your family. I am very worried about the deteriorating situation here. People are just scared. They're on Mars and things are just falling apart behind them. Around them. High incidence of physical psychology reports. Okay.
Audio log for Dr. Kasian, currently stationed at Mars City. I have just left the weekly status meeting here in Medical.
Give me that code.
The most prominent topic was the vast number of psychological issues we are seeing as of late. The number of reports indicates that 10% of the overall base personnel have shown symptoms. As many people will not come in for this type of thing, the number of affected personnel could truly be in the 30 to 40% range. It has even manifested itself here in Medical. We have several nurses and a couple of good doctors out for related reasons. I'm going to formally request 2 additional psychiatrists on the next shuttle from Earth. The 2 we have are being overworked, and the content of their sessions with patients is starting to affect them as well. Dr. Kasian out.
I thought he was including the locker number. The heck? Patient attack.
Dr. Mark Kasian. At 1547, patient Jonathan Wills was admitted after complaining of insomnia and nausea. According to the nurse, Mr. Wills was calm and exhibited no signs of disorder when he was brought to exam room 5. However, by the time I reached him at 10 after 4, his personality had changed dramatically. When I entered the room, Mr. Wills lunged at me with a scalpel he apparently stole from a supply drawer. With the assistance of an orderly, we managed to subdue and sedate him without injury. Mr. Wills was heavily medicated and could not be diagnosed, but in the 20 minutes he was left unattended,
they put him in the locker, didn't they?
Symbols in his arm and cut his own tongue into 2 halves. I can only guess at the cause of his problems. I hope that additional psychiatrists arrive soon. In the meantime, in response to this assault, all medical supplies and armaments will be locked in a secure hospital cabinet with the code 347. Dr. Casey out.
Hey. Didn't really need that health pack. Got it all from the health station. Yeah, as long as you keep getting these codes, you'll never run out of ammo. No? It turned around here? Came through here, came in here. That's the door we need to go through. Oh, hello. Oh, more. Hit him. Ah, ran out of ammo. Pick them the machine gun for now. Yeah, ammo management is a big part of this game. Health management too. That's why I'm not taking all the health from each station. You never know when you're going to need some. What is this? The Infirmary observation room. Oh, I know where we are. Better get the guns ready. I'm a bad gamer. I've never played any of the Doom games. It's alright. A lot of people haven't, but I played the first 2. Long time ago. Give my age away. I played them in high school. Yeah. Yep. I remember this very fondly. Marine Command Infirmary. Not getting through there. That's locked. Boy, I started streaming on Twitch. Oh, we killed the guy he was holding hostage. Oh. That's why I started streaming on Twitch, because there were so many games I wanted to play, like classics that I haven't played before, like System Shock and fear games and all that stuff, and I just wanted a place to play them and kind of force myself to play them, so that's why I started streaming. And I have no regrets. Played some really good games, and I've been introduced to good games, and I don't have this code, do I? Not yet. Might be close to my age then. Yeah, we might be, Braxton. I was thinking that. My birthday is actually next month. People say I look younger than I actually am. I mean, if you're going to play a game anyway, might as well stream it. Yep.
Video link up requested. Video connection established.
Marine. I can't believe you're still alive. I'm unable to return.
I sent you to your death. You're alive?
Out of the Delta complex have been blocked. I'm setting up a command post here. I can monitor status reports of the entire base from
Might be.
Central Authority and communicate with other Marine teams.
Yeah, teenager in the 90s.
To link up with Bravo team and get that transmission sent.
Oh, Alex.
It's the fastest way to find them. I'll update your PDA security clearance from here. Good job. And good luck, Marine.
We got over a month to go, but thank you. I had this conversation with Synthetic Pound Cake on Saturday. Don't wish anybody a happy birthday before their birthday is actually there, but it's okay. You gotta wait for the date or after. My wife believes in that too, and I for like a luck reason. Alright, so there's no other PDA here. I can't get into that locker yet. Yeah, some people think it's bad luck if you wish the person a happy birthday before their actual birthday's there, like arrived, so... to me it doesn't matter. Like, you're not supposed to celebrate your birthday before the actual date. You could celebrate it after. We're not getting through here, are we? Need to go to Marine headquarters. Yeah, but I think we're all roughly the same age. Well, some of us. I know Alex is probably younger because he's in college. Need that PDA. How do I get there? Gotta come around the other side. Alright. Probably gonna open that locker. Now the code. All the weapons in there. Some people believe sacrificing virgin to volcanic gods would bring them good luck. Yeah. Not against it. Gotta do what you gotta do. I hear you. Where are you? Gun eats up. Alright. This gun eats up ammo like crazy. I don't know if I want to go that way yet. Need to get around to where that dead guy was with the PDA sitting next to him. Hopefully that'll get us into the weapons storage. No, we just came through here. Can I crawl through here without getting damaged? Yes, I can. Look at all that. In there. Yes, that's the PDA I want. Bill Tyson. Sergeant Kelly, new arrival. Security code change. 584. That's what I want. Got any audio or video on here?
Audio report on troop morale. Morale here is beginning to drop. It's nothing to worry about yet since I keep my Marines sharp and ready to go. But events at the base are wearing on the troops. There have been a lot of things...
I think that was a fire.
I believe the UAC experiments being performed here must be the cause. Out here, they could be experimenting on God knows what. There are quite a few people missing. And no Marines, of course. It's the civilian population I am referring to. Bottom line, whatever it is they have going on here has my men on a razor's edge. At this point, there is no cause for alarm, but I am requesting we rotate
What's that again?
every 90 days instead of every 180.
584.
I will continue to report as the situation develops. It is good we have the new Marines en route. Fresh faces will help.
Oh yeah.
Sergeant Tyson, out.
Take everything in here. Armor, clips. Game Hog magazine. Picture of Doom guy on the cover. This is how you play the game. If you run through it and you don't actually listen to the PDA stuff, you're gonna miss a lot of these ammo depots and a lot of health replenishing items. That's why they made BFG Edition what it is, to make it easier. Okay. Be nice to have had a map, but it's not necessary, I don't think. Where we're going? Marine Command. Oh. Oh. Another one. Yeah, when I did my practice run, I never had this much ammo. I wasn't paying attention to PDAs. What was that? Oh. Marine Command access. We had that already. We were in Marine Command. Where am I going? Something we missed here, otherwise we would have gotten new orders. This door? That was the door where the zombies came out and started shooting at us. Must have missed something. That's the way to go. One through here, because we killed everybody. But that last one. We need to go through here. Belt. Don't want it at this point. What is this? I don't know what that is. Back here again? Didn't we just come through? Saw this guy coming in. Good. But he's dead in Marine HQ. Combat prep. All that. Hey, we unlocked that door. Where are we heading? Marine Command, this way. Okay. Hello? we went all the way around from there. Stuck on that wall and stood up. What I get for looking at chat? Am I missing something here? Infirmary access junction. Maybe we get out of here. Go back. I forgot what he told, where he told us to go, technically. We're just going around in circles. Yeah, that door's busted. Let's go this way. Let's just backtrack. We came in here through the vent up there, possibly. I don't think there's a way out. Keep looking. This is just a room. This brings us back here, but it's a dead end. Alright, so we have to push forward. There has to be something on this side. When I start seeing enemies, I know we're heading in the right direction. For a vent or something? Sometimes there's a vent. Get out of. Killed him. Obviously we've been that way. Oh. Full armor. Health. I didn't want to pick that up, but it gave it to me. It only gave me 20 health, though. Still. Coming back here, right? Try this again. Oh, this just leads us back here. Come on. Where you going? Remember going through here, there were some zombies that came out, they were on fire. Marine Command is that way. The Infirmary is this way. I think it just goes around in a circle eventually. Yeah, if I go that way, we just end up in the same place. We got that guy's PDA. Maybe we go back to the beginning. Check. Join Team Bravo in the Alpha Labs. Go through administration for entry to the Alpha Labs. Administration. So, administration was not where we started the game at. Marine HQ. That door's virtually closed. That one's closed. Administration. Follow the signs for operations. Infirmary. When in doubt, go back to the beginning. Union Aerospace, Mars compound. Out of here. Go through here. Kaz, do you stream by any chance? Out of curiosity? We're lost. No, Tigaru, we're taking a break from Darksiders. We're going to play some horror games this month, but we will go back to Darksiders. How's it going, Tigaru? Happy Friday. We will eventually go back. But since it's October, we're going to play some horror games for the time being. I also plan on playing Darksiders 2. Before the end of the year. Okay, this is where we needed to go, I think. I hope. We're getting in some Doom 3 in the meantime. Okay. This is all new. Because it wouldn't be giving me all this if not. Just woke up shortly ago. I'm okay. Doing okay. Just been really busy outside of streaming still, but things are good. Uh-oh. Shoot him in the head, that's what I say.
Marine, if you run across any operational sentry bots, use them. Those guys pack a lot of firepower.
Sentry bot. Super Turbo Turkey Puncher. Out of order. This is an arcade game. It's by Nabcon. Not Capcom. Nabcon. Super Turkey Puncher. At some point, I want to find a working machine of those, I hope. And I could actually play the game. I want to punch some turkeys. We're going. Just got here. Gotta be a way out. This is their rec room.
The UAC is here to help you. Psychological services are free and confidential.
What? Jump scare. You're not scaring me with that. Uh-oh. What's this? Medkit on the toilet. Ugh. It's horror based, but this one in particular is considered survival horror. That's what it is. This more than any other Doom is survival horror. It's kind of like System Shock and Soma and those kind of games. It's the atmosphere that makes it a horror game. Oh. David, now that we found our way. Oh, reload. The one guy killed the other one? Nope. We have a drone. The drone killed him. He's our friend. Friendly drone. Okay, before you go there, back here. I want to go that way. The monorail station's over here. Let's just follow the drone. That's what we're told to do. It is, but this one has more of an atmosphere of a horror game. It's got jump scares. I'm not fond of jump scares, but got spooky lighting. It's a horror atmospheric game.
They need all the firepower they can get. Sending that transmission is critical to our survival.
Save the bot. Keep the bot alive. Bot's helping. Oh. One behind me. Keep him occupied while I reload. Oh, that's it? Come on. Okay. His programming ends there. Oh, he brought us to administration. Would you look at that? This is exactly where we needed to be. The elevator. Union Aerospace Cooperative Division. That's what UAC stands for.
I don't think you understand, Dr. Betruger.
No, I understand everything.
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of control.
It's not out of control, Swan. You are. I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, plan B.
Yeah, I wonder what they're up to. All is calm for now. Okay, let's do a save since we got past. Got into admin. Alright, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I need to get some water. I'll be right back, and then we're going to do some shout-outs. Now go away. Okay, time for some shoutouts. We do it on Friday. Start with Creature 92. Creature's been doing Star Wars marathon, but now he's going to be switching to horror games and starting with Doom soon. The original Doom, I believe. He's also the person responsible for me playing Darksiders, so we thank him. Definitely give him a follow. Senor Hefe, you're up next. Senor Hefe 1. Retro streamer. Plays some good indie games too. That looks like Grimlock. Is it? That's a very old stream then. Been playing Crusader No Remorse. Hikaru are in the channel. Let's give him a shout out. He's been playing... he plays a lot of puzzle games, a lot of really good ones. He's excellent at them. That looks like Jak 2, maybe? And he's been playing recently Valkyria Chronicles.
Anymore, and I go to play.
Shout out to Alex Croft. You're also a streamer on occasions. Well, that looks like Resident Evil, no? Nice. Jak 2 based on the jacket. Yeah, that's what I thought, because that's the only Jak I played and I know it. Kaz, I'm not sure if you're a streamer. We'll find out. But anyway, shout out to you too. Being here on a Friday. Spelled your name wrong. I apologize. Castilla L. That's the way I remember it. As for short. Shout out anyway. Thank you for being here today. Drakengar 555. I'm too shy to be a streamer. It's okay. That's not for everybody. Shout out to Drac. You're welcome. Drac plays a lot of Metrovanias. He's been playing... He played an interesting one he beat on the stream the other day. Where he was playing as a spaceship. An alien on a spaceship. Stardew Valley. It's got a beat to it. And Braxton Wise... Shout out to him. Braxton Wise has been playing through the Deus Ex series, and he is also a streamer on the GOG channel, but definitely check out his main channel. Mankind Divided. This is not Stardew Valley, but remember this game.
This is Tikara. Is it just this easy?
Okay. Cool. Alright, if you're in the channel, say hi, and we'll do more shoutouts later on. But that's everybody. So, if you're not following each other, follow each other. Check out each other's channels. I'm not sure, you're gonna have to ask Braxton. It seems like a farming simulator you would be into, Tikaru. Alright, so we're in the admin place. This... Oh, okay. I was thinking this is where the guy popped out. He was dead here, and... Maybe not. What's going on?
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division. The Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095, and became fully operational July 17, 2130. Originally created as the prime science and research facility, Alpha Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technologies such as the elemental phase deconstructor, hydrocon, and molecular fuel storage compressor, all presently being utilized right here in the Alpha Labs. These endeavors have allowed for much-needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility, Delta Labs, where Union Aerospace is opening all new opportunities in research and development. With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence and is committed to building a better tomorrow.
All right, we're building a better tomorrow. This is a health pack. I think I'm going to leave it right there. We're going to need it. This is about as far as I got in the game. A little bit further. See that zombie right there? Chances are he's going to come and attack me. Yep. Get used to how this game operates after a while. What's that? Bells, clips. Let's use the shotgun. Oh! Another one. Gotta change guns because I won't be able to reload in time. Whoa, you predicted that attack. It's almost if you played up until this part. Yeah, creature, I did play up until this part. This game got addicting, so I just kept playing it after. I had to stop myself from playing it. Use this. Someone's breathing heavily in here. Another Alpha Labs access area. Download the PDF. There's also a video. That video is the same video we watched on the TV monitor before. Data prep. Oh. Goodbye. Yes, I don't know what you're talking about. I never played this before. It's a blind run. What was on that PDA? Alan Doorwheeler. Email. Meet their previous armaments cabinet. Door code is 586. Write that down. When I installed the game, I actually installed this game quite a long time ago. I was going to play it, and then never got around to it. We're talking like maybe like June, July. And I never got around to it. Obviously, we started playing like Soul Blazer and all those games. So I came back to it, and I figured it's pretty much a horror game, so let's play it for Halloween. We're playing it now. But this is about as far as I got with the game. Online pharmacy. No doctor visit needed. We believe that ordering medication should be as simple as ordering everything else on the net. We can ship drugs anywhere in the galaxy. This complete span. MartianBuddy.com. Who's gonna... Like, is an alien gonna show up and give you these medications? Oh, wait. Data portion. No audio logs. Good. We do have video discs. Alpha Labs introduction. Yeah, we already saw that video. 586 gets us in there. We do it now, or do we wait? Pretty much stacked here with what I need. And there's this here. I think we'll do it on the way back. We do come back here. We'll need it. Let's save it. What kind of drugs, and how fast can they ship them? They put them on little tiny spaceships and send them over. Not drones, but spaceships. No clearance. Okay. Wonderful. Offline. Like Amazon drums. Braxton, Tikaru was asking me before. I did a shout out and it played a clip of you playing a farming game. but it was an isometric 3D farming game, it looked like. You wouldn't happen to know offhand. I know I'm being vague about it. We don't happen to know offhand, like, which game that was. Like Amazon drones. Yep, Amazon's in outer space now. Oh, no problem. I was just wondering about the game, but yeah, it's a very vague description I'm giving you of it. It was a farming game. It looked like 3D. It had a little bit of an isometric view. Yeah, it looked like you were in a town, kind of walking about, kind of like maybe like a 16-bit graphic 3D game, looking pixelated thing. Yeah. I'll ask you offline. I'll have to find the clip again. So that's where we came in, because we killed that guy. Can't go through there. Out here. Oh. Yeah, probably viewer-made clips, or usually when I do shoutouts, it does clips of, sometimes it'll take like VODs, like, and just show like 15 minutes of, 15 seconds of it. Other times it'll do viewer clips. All access unlocked. Oh, look at you! You're behind glass. Can't hit me. Oh! Guy thinks he's Donkey Kong.
Don't stop, buddy. There's nothing you can do for me.
You only recently turned it back on? Yeah, so it's probably viewer clips.
Surprised us. They just came out of nowhere. There's still a few squads operating, but they're all cut off from each other. Try to find them.
This guy was part of the Bravo team, I think, that we were sent to find. Took us so long to get here, they all died. Can't get in. That does not sound good. At all. Okay, I think we're gonna need to backtrack a little here. Oh! Reload. Careful of my clips. I say lots of crazy things without realizing it. It's okay. Yeah, I already heard that. I don't need to hear it again.
Welcome.
Can we get in here?
Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division.
Yeah, I'm running blind now for real. Like I haven't done any of this part. Oh. No. Ah, switch gun.
Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technology.
Got him. There you go. There. Whoops. Elt. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Tikaru. Yeah, Tikaru was wondering what game that was you had in the clip. You remember? Several years ago, one of the earliest games I streamed on Twitch. What those are, they look like microscopes, so we'll leave them in there. You hear that breeding? Something here. Kind of monster, probably. Just get the shotgun ready, just... have to think of the name. I have word association problems. No worries. It's been a while since you played that, so... The heck? Cyborg? Is that like a cyborg bull? Or cyborg gorilla or something? Razorback? Jesus. The hell? He knows we're in here too, and there's no way out. I can't shoot my way out. These windows don't shatter. Oh yes, they do. Oh god. Okay, it only took 3 shots to kill him. Be playing this at a higher difficulty. There's something else out there. Got him. Take this health. I was looking for a weather vane and going crazy thinking I couldn't reach it way up on top of the house. Turned out it was just a perspective problem, but I was closer to it than I thought. That's why Joey clipped it. Ah, okay. Doors are open. That cyborg gorilla was pretty cool, but he died so easily. Maybe this is why the BFG edition changes how much damage these guns do. Because this is pretty overpowered close up, as it should be for a shotgun. Another one? 3 shots too. Okay. If I'm gonna be doing damage like that, this game is not very scary. Just horror themed. Oh! Oceanhorn Monster of Uncharted Seas. What a name. Joy killed it if you knew her. Not familiar with her? You have that on your phone. The mobile game too? The whole area up there before we get there. Look, pick up all these shards of armor. Okay, there's plenty of health in here. Why do people complain that there's no health and ammo in this game? There's like tons of it, and they have these storage lockers all over the place. Jonathan Moses, what do you have? You have a code for that. Free stuff from MartianBuddy.com. Mr. Moses, congratulations. You have been selected to receive one of our free promotional storage cabinets loaded with useful things that we think you'll need. To access your new storage cabinet, visit us online. And remember, you're always a winner with Martian Buddy. That's the drug delivery service. Apparently he ordered the drugs and they delivered a cabinet. All of them. She and I were on Retrograde's Tom channels with mods for a year. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. That's before my time on Twitch. It's on your wish list. You must have seen it at some point. Cool. Alright. The locker. How do we open it, buddy? Storage cabinet. Mr. Moses, we've recently received your storage cabinet from Martian Buddy. Where would you like us to put it? Thank you for the quick reply. We will have it delivered to your office by the end of the week. But he doesn't give you the code for it. Can't wait to see what they sent me. He's got no audio files. I can't wait to see what they sent them either. There's probably drugs in here, right? We figure this one out. Look one more time. It may be that we don't. Could be like a red herring or something. MartianBuddy.com. We're in the year 2145, by the way. November. We find access to it elsewhere. I'll leave that health here, just in case. Yeah, very fun Zelda clone. Cool. Excuse me while I install it on my phone. Enjoy it. Okay. Get ready. Whatever's next. That's weird that the guy got one of his cabinets delivered. And he doesn't know the code to it?
Marine, Bravo team reports there's some sort of unidentified growth taking over parts of the base. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good. Stay sharp.
Growth? The armor yet. Blood there. I hear people talking. Either we go to the executive office or we go up downstairs. Where are they talking?
Alright, let's go.
Oh, they're in here. It's those two guys again. Guys who were on the ship with me. They're up to no good. Alright. Let's go down the stairs. Follow me. And hit him! Seriously, you're taking all my health away. First stream clip ever? Wow. I'm surprised the shout-out thing goes back that far. I think it would be programmed to do more current clips. Okay, that brings us back here. The beginning. So this was the door we couldn't open from the outside. So we have to go through the executive offices. Got a gun. I heard him reload. 2013, damn near a decade ago, rather than just a few years ago. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Who's calling? My phone's ringing. Give me a sec. Friend of mine, I'll just call him back later. Wanted to make sure it wasn't the missus. Check out this area. I feel like if I pick this up, something's gonna, like, jump at us. Not like we really need it. Oh god. Is this where the growth was? PDA there. Let's pick that up. Oh, now they're teleporting in. Wonderful. Ah, wrong gun. That's what I want. Come on. Where are you? I guess this is where the game starts. Now we have the teleportations of monsters. We're just gonna teleport in. The heck? This is the growth they were talking about, the Bravo team? They're all dead. Reload. After 40, everything seems like it was yesterday. Yes, that is the truth. That is the truth. Just make sure everything's loaded. Ammo. Keep the shotgun for now. It's got the most amount of bullets. What? No! William Banks. Alright, this is one guy we've been searching for. William Banks. We got a PDA before, let's check it out. It's William Banks' PDA. That's who was dead in the room with the growth on the wall. And before some kids comes in here. Calling us boomers, yeah. On the same sense, we could call them millennials. We're happy to report to roll out the new corporate webpage. Please take a moment of your time to review it. uacorp.com. I heard if you went to that website, you actually got, like, some fake website for this corporation. Research assistant Eric Raffel has not reported to work all this week. I've called his quarters repeatedly without response. So. Malcolm, Director Banks, I need your urgent attention on this matter. It is very important to my research that all crates containing religious artifacts arriving from Earth with a cosign for Delta Labs. Go directly there with no interruption or delay. I can't have my precious cargo sitting around the hangar waiting for your personnel to process it. I expect your immediate attention on this matter. Dr. Malcolm Bettberger. Any audio on here?
This is the audio log of Director William Banks, dated October 20th, 2145. It has come to my attention that we have an alarming number of missing personnel throughout the base. My office has received 4 additional reports from Delta in the last week alone, mentioning that personnel are not reporting for work and that calls to their quarters have gone unanswered. My office has sent the names of those personnel to Mars City Security.
Alright, there's nothing here. Let's get out.
To initiate an investigation. But this news is very disturbing. Especially at a time when we have so many people in the infirmary suffering from sudden cases of schizophrenia and other psychological disorders. I hope there is no connection between those cases and these reports of missing personnel.
There is an area here that we couldn't get into. See if this PDA unlocks it. Why I left the help behind.
Welcome to the Alpha Labs.
We needed, yeah, the door where there was a guy who died and talked to us. That's where we need to open. Here they come. Got him. Got beat up in the process too.
These endeavors have allowed for much needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility.
Save it. Health. This is why I leave the health sometimes if we don't need it. And we left this, so let's go in here. It was 586. Nice grenades. Got grenades. That's what that PDA just opened up. Up here. Oh, the guy who was throwing the barrels at us. He came through here. Okay. Fall damage. I gotta remember this is a Doom game. There's fall damage. There was none in Darksiders, but here there definitely is. Wouldn't be Doom without it. That PDA should open up the last door, I hope. Oh my goodness. Don't reload now. Right. We did this for the PDA. IT security, we have been unable to find any problems with the network tests we ran on your system. Everything checks out on your end. Your firewall seems to be functioning properly. Other IT managers have reported similar intrusions in their networks. Whoever is doing this must be good or someone with very high-level security clearance. We will continue to scan network, and if anything odd appears, we'll inform you immediately. Email spam. The email spam lately is getting out of control. The worst company is the Martian Buddy Company place. I can't believe all the things they send me. I don't know how they got my email address. Can't you do anything to stop the spam? I spend all morning deleting junk from my inbox. Spam is still a problem in 2145. 54, I forget what year. So we went through there. This is the shortcut to get back to the door we need to open now. We just jump down there. Alright. Hit it right. This is the last door I think we need to open for Alpha. We're in.
Access granted.
Click to exit administration. Nice. Another chapter done. Alpha Lab Sector 1. Now we're really in Alpha Labs?
I've received a report that you haven't reached Bravo Team yet. You need to pick up the pace. Can't wait for you. Reaching the communication facility quickly is imperative.
Bravo Team's dead. Why do you keep wanting me to go there? Find the personnel elevator? No, no, no. Stay open. What did that say? By the way, if you're using your PDA, you can be attacked. Thanks for the alert, Kaz. So you want to use your PDA after you've killed everybody in the area. User data. Find the personnel elevator that leads to Alpha Labs level 2. Okay. Or that maybe. One. Sounds like there's another one here. The help. Wait a minute. Can't see you. See their red eyes when they're when you don't have the mag light on them. This guy, I think, needs to be taken care of with a gun. Come on. Got him. Something breeding here. I don't know if you could switch difficulty mid-game, but if this game continues to be pretty easy, I might do that. Probably like a console command or something.
The UAC takes pride in its safety record. Please follow UAC procedures.
There's no way we should have killed that cyborg gorilla bolting with like 3 shotgun blasts. This does not look good. Oh, yep, I knew it. Where are you? Kill them both? I think we did. Something else in here too. You don't want a shotgun with no bullets in it. Oh! More! Let them come to us. Shotgun works better when... Ugh, you too, with a wrench. Shotgun works better when you're close up. There you go.
Food, water, and even air. To meet that need, UAC researchers have developed dramatic solutions that will soon pay off.
Oh, okay. This was that laser they were talking about that Alpha Labs was developing. Maybe we could use it as a weapon.
Mars itself is our chief ally and the key to our solution. Look around at its vast red deserts, rich in naturally occurring iron oxides. They are the raw materials of our future. We have developed a process
Med kit.
that destabilizes the
Oh, oh, get away from the live wires.
siphoned off to create new elements.
Why does this feel like a dead end? Oh, we can walk through there. There's no glass. Ah, shoot.
And this is only
Ah! Wrong gun! Where's the shotgun? Got it.
UAC is building an
Probably don't want to stand in front of that while it's going off. Got him. Oh, what? What? Something just attacked us. I don't know what the heck it was. Downloading PDA. Get a PDA out of this. No health, basically. See what's on the floor. That might have been the one that ran at us from inside the room and like kind of went through the door. Now I know what it was. I got a PDA but no help. Let's see what's on the PDA. There is a cabinet out there. Kyle Burger. Everything is going exceptionally well as we prepare the EPD for its next round of tests. That's the laser. Roy Patterson is setting up the baseline now, and we should be able to start testing later this afternoon. If your schedule allows, please feel free to join us down here in the lab around 2 p.m. Or 2 o'clock in general. Should be exciting. Oh, 200 hours, I guess, if they're military. Wait a second here. Alright, what's in the other one? Deep scan. The maintenance team had just finished cleaning the EPD collection chamber. All biomatter has been scrubbed from the area. Deep scan also confirms a clean sector as per request. 14 collection cones and 5 trays have also been replaced. Please be sure to stop by maintenance as we'll need your signature to get parts acquired. Sorry, guys. Emergency medical. Let's take all of this. Why do I think this is a trap? Every time I see one of these armors here, I feel like the roof is gonna bust open and something's gonna fall on our heads. This takes us to the actual laser. We haven't died a single time yet in this game, have we? Is there any way to change the difficulty? Player name, player. Next. I just realized we never died in this game. No, I don't want to reset. Let's see if there's a way to play offline to change the difficulty. I think this game's getting a little too easy. I don't know why people complain it's so hard. We picked Marine difficulty, as far as I know. Oh, we didn't die. As far as I remember. Yeah, there was an option before I started playing. There's 4 difficulty levels. I picked the second one, which is the default one, the Marine one. Which is why they keep calling me a Marine, I guess. Oh, we opened that door. We gotta run through when this thing is not. Snap. Who said help me? Okay. Somebody just said help me. Did I have come in here? No way out. That's what we opened when we hit security. Security, thing up there. There's something on the other side. I think there might be. Anything? It's rather I might only have the default one. Okay. It's... okay. Rather, I might only have the default one. Yeah, I think we're stuck once we play the game. These old games, they never allowed you to change difficulty. I think there might be a way to do it in the console, and I'll look it up off stream. I don't have access to this, do I?
Audio log for Kyle Berger, research supervisor for the EPD project. The elemental phase deconstructor is fully operational, and the research data we have gathered so far is very impressive. Unfortunately, research assistant Patterson was calibrating one of the quark emitters in the chamber, and witnesses say he appeared to see something. It's almost like something was talking to him, and he backed right into the particle beam. It was not a pretty sight, as it took off the backside of his head. He lived a few minutes, although I'm not sure you can consider that living. But they say his eyes
True.
rolled back and
I
forth.
should probably be happy it's easy at this point.
Although, after losing that much brain matter, I'm sure it was just reflex actions. Anyway, due to this, I have enacted new safety protocols in the lab, and we have stocked one of the storage cabinets with emergency medical supplies. The code for the cabinet is 752. End of line.
Get all that. I'm gonna leave that in there for when we come back. We're gonna get hurt doing this. Go through here one more time. Maybe there's something we're missing. I heard somebody scream like, or cry out for help, so. Oh, requires access. Okay. That's where we need to go through. Got it. Oh, who are you? They got red eyes. Kill them. Oh, Green, how's it going? It said difficulty to veteran. Type G skill 2. That is the 3rd difficulty level. Thank you, Hellgreen. Can't say if it works, just Googled it for you. Thank you, Hellgreen. That's awesome. Welcome to the channel. Happy Friday to you. Appreciate it. Alright, let's go a little bit further. If not, if this does get easier, then I'm gonna go to veteran. Like, if the difficulty doesn't improve, but thank you. See dead people everywhere. And then this thing. Gotcha. Whoa, Nick's playing a game on hard? Gonna clip that. Hey! We might have to. I mean, this is... I haven't died once yet. As far as I know. Power outage. Battery reserves on backup files. Backing up files. Backup complete. Shutting down. Oh, this shuts down the laser, doesn't it? Possibly. Well, it's not nightmare difficulty. Nightmare difficulty is the worst that you could possibly play in this game. I mean, we've only seen, at this point, 3 or 4 types of enemies. A couple of variations of the existing ones. The hell? Need them up the stairs in order to do this. 1, 2. I like to play games the way they were meant to be. I don't need to add extra difficulty to it. I did that with Blood. The post-mortem add-on, and it kicked my butt. I added more enemies, and I was like, oh, this should be as good as the base game, but that particular, mod, or rather, add-on was twice the difficulty of the base game. Anything else over here? There's something here. There's health. Where are we now? Ah, they got us in a corner. I think the maglite is better trying to kill them than this pistol. Should I be here now? Whoa! Come on, man, you have no brain in your body. You're not supposed to be walking. Shells. Shotgun shells. Well, I think if we're gonna die, this is where we're gonna die. Against these lesser zombies. See another one right here? No, he's dead. EDA. Health. There's health everywhere. Seal breached pipe section.
Gas
Filling
leak
breach.
stopped. Fire extinguished.
Okay. Be nice if we could switch to the wrench instead of the flashlight, but we need the flashlight more. So the wrench would do more damage. We went through here. I think this is the same. Right? Go through this door. We were just in here. No, we weren't. Shoot. No, where is he? Yep. We're not ready to go through there. Get out of here. Oh, no, no, no. We're gonna die for the first time, aren't we? Three health. We got 3 health. Can't see where the heck we're going. Need health. That door's closed and there's no more health in here. There goes our no-kill run. I must have picked the wrong difficulty. I'll try this on harder later, just to see what it does, but maybe the next stream will start it on veteran. Thought we left some health behind somewhere. Guess not. Alright, there's no health here. Giving up searching for it. Backtracking pretty far too. I'm gonna lose where I need to go. Sense of direction. This is where we came out of. Event. We haven't used bombs yet. The problem with the bombs in this game is that they ricochet off everything, so chances are they're going to come back at you and kill them. 3 health and a dream. Yeah, that's all we got, Green. And 48 armor. Yeah, the armor isn't as good as you would think it is. It doesn't deplete the armor first and then start depleting your health. It depends on how you get hit. It'll deplete one or the other. So there's a good chance. Like, no one lives forever. No one lives forever, indeed. The doorway? No. We shut something off. Some gas supply. This is basically what we shut off, and this is... gas monitor station? Scanning something, I don't know. That's basically where we shut off the gas leak. So we opened up something somewhere. Oh, don't reset. Find the personnel elevator that leads to Alpha Labs level 2. Personnel elevator. Okay. Let's go back. Try our best here to find it. I think the only way I could go back is through here, which now is a dead end. I'm missing something on this side. If I touch that, it looks like it's gonna hurt me. We have to go through here. No matter what. Killed everybody on that side. Go back there. Let's... this way. Cut that off. Scanning stuff. No, we might be stuck. What if we follow the pipes? Kind of a dead end, right? Purple pipe? That one too? Not a good idea. They're here. Okay. That's right. We didn't go through here fully. Try this. Usually they hit a wall, they bounce back. We found the med kit. We're still alive. Cutscene. Nice. We found it. Maybe? What the? Okay, is this where the game gets hard? Oh, I guess not. We're killing them. There's a lot of them, though. How did we just look through that? And somehow we opened the security door to the Alpha Labs? Jesus. Looks like he's dead. Okay, so we have a new enemy type we gotta contend with. Came through here. Away from the fire. Okay. This won't open, so we gotta go through here, I think. All our way. Oh, up top. But he's sitting here. Dead. In this corner, if that's the way out. Curiosity. Alternate way out? Possibly? Belt. We're in good shape here. Just in case, I want to make sure everything's loaded. Have over here, look at all these goodies. Yeah, overall, this isn't the scariest game. I don't usually get scared by games. I mean, Dead Space was one of them. Soma was pretty good. This is all about the atmosphere. I'm enjoying it for what it is. But even like Resident Evil games, they don't necessarily scare me. I just... yeah. Good shot. The wrong gun to be shooting him with. Something's coming. I didn't like this game very much. I thought it was way too dark, and the jump scares were actually overwhelming for me. Got it. But if this were real life, you might be scared. Completely. It just fell too far apart from Doom 1 and 2, which is what I adored. Yeah, if you're a diehard fan of 1 and 2, that's why this game kind of was set on its own. And they didn't make a sequel until Doom 2016. They wanted people to kind of forget about this a little, and yeah, I could see why people didn't like it. I'm enjoying it for what it is. It's very, like, Resident Evil-esque, only first person. Feels kind of like System Shock 2 to me. But if it was real life, humanity would be dead. Well, we're on Mars. We're not on Earth, so as long as these guys don't get to Earth, Donkey Kong up there, we'd be okay, I think. Wait, something's following me. What the? Oh, oh. Ugh. This thing's glitching out. First kill. Killed by the oxygenator. I don't know why I used the bomb there. I had a feeling it was gonna ignite those barrels and kill me. Did we restart? That's my last quick save. 6:16? God, I'm not saving enough. That was like 20 minutes ago. You abused it so hard. That's what the brightness options are for here. Keep saying that. Oh no, we gotta go through all this again. Alright. Alright. Laser. I need to save more often. We totally messed up and died, and now we gotta redo this part. Alright, well. Guess we'll do it. Latest ones are awesome. Yeah, they are. Well, 2016, but I bet Eternal will be amazing. Haven't played it yet. I have 2016, I haven't played yet. Gotta play them in order. You can't just, you know, skip over Doom 3 and... I don't need that. I'm gonna leave that for later when I need it. Just we're coming back through here. This is the non-BFG edition, and I heard the BFG edition has more jump scares. Oops. Get to a place where we could save this game. 2016 was your first Doom. Alright, now we know where we need to go. The gas shuts this off. Alright, we learned something here. Oh, you gotta play the originals, man. Very good. Classics. Although 2016, I've seen everybody play it, and it's just phenomenal. Graphics-wise, too. Runs well on, like, low-end systems. Already did? Oh, okay. You played them after. Well, aren't you playing Doom now, like the original Doom? Playing the Switch. There. Backing up files, backup complete. Okay, we're gonna save here. No, Doom 64, got it. Yeah, Doom 64 is the only one I haven't played. That and Eternal. Once I say I finish this, then I could say I beat it. So let's save here. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. I know some of you didn't like playing it. I hope you're having more fun watching it. No Saturday stream tomorrow. Doom Eternal is something. Yeah, tons of platforming. I've seen some people play it and complain about the platforming. Alright. Reload our gun. Let's do a quick save. And we're going to call it here. Let's raid someone. We're going to pick this up on Monday. When I do have a weekend stream in October, we're going to finish Darksiders. I'm confident I could finish that game now. At least get out of Chapter 5. I hope. Quit the game. See who's online. Yeah, let me tell Green, you get a shout out too. It is shout out Fridays. We're gonna raid someone, so please stay for the raid. Appreciate it. Tell Green, I don't know if you. Oh, you do stream. Last seen playing StarCraft 2. Nice. StarCraft is awesome. No clip though, but it's okay. Thanks for the tip on how to change the difficulty using the console. We'll try it. Alright, so Halloween has begun. Spooky games for the entire month. On Twitch. I'll be back Monday, 3:45 p.m. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3:45 p.m. Actually, Monday is not going to be 3:45 p.m. It might be 4 p.m. But I'm hoping it won't be. So, we'll see. I'll just keep it at that. Who's on? Sad Boy G is playing something called Tormented Souls. Let's raid him for now. Have a good weekend, everybody, if I don't see you. Take care.